Look at this bull market. It's going to the moon, right? It's going to the moon, to the moon. Look at the thing. It's just, here we go. And this is a monthly chart, by the way. Oh, the top's not in. It's going to the moon. Oh, I told you there. There's another month in. Oh, there's another bar. It's going to the moon, going to the moon. Here we go. It's just a pause. It's just a pause. Yes. I knew I got it right. Those idiots on YouTube who are selling right now, they got out too early. Yes. Look, I'm a legend. I knew I should have held on. And look at the money I'm making. I got it right. You got it wrong. There's another up week. Oh, yes. I am an absolute legend. It's just a bit of a pause. There's more upside to come. Another pause. There we go. I told you. Yes. I got it right. Yes. This is going to the moon. No one's going to stop this going to the moon. Going to the moon, baby. To the moon. To the moon. Here we go. I told you. Nothing's going to stop this train. It's going straight up. Because the market just goes straight up and it never has these pullbacks here. That's right. It's just going straight up. Big vertical move. Everything's going to the moon. This looks so... What does this look like right now? Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to tell you, right? It's going to them up dead. Big drop intraday in the metals today. This is the silver chart you're looking at right now. This is the silver intraday chart here. And if I go to this chart right here as well too, this is obviously the 2-minute chart. Big intraday drop in the silver price. And also, as you can see, big drop in the gold price. And traders, this is a warning sign to you. The market's giving you some flashing warning signs amongst you guys that are at least intraday, or at least you guys that are trading the markets for shorter term movements. And if you are holding on right now and you're hoping and praying for more upside, please listen to the warning signs that the market is giving you right now. This little short-term flush down that we had recently today, and as you saw, there's a big movement, there's a big flush down in the metals as well too. GDX, GDXJ, the SIL and SILJ, there's a big sort of flush down there. If I show you this here, if I go to the GDX, let's go to the OR, okay, and we go to the GDX as well. Right, we can still look at this here. Look at the intraday flush down here. This is something, guys, that is huge in the markets, okay? Big flush down in the markets. This is a warning sign for you guys that the end is near of this bullish move, but not the bull trend, right? Remember, every single bullish trend in the marketplace needs to counteract, needs to balance itself out through what's called a correction, right? A bit of a cooling off period. And this here, you can see big movement on the downside. This is the GDX here. The same for the SIL as well too, like the silver mining stocks and the silver mining index. Let's go to the SIL. The same for that as well too. Look at this here. Big movement on the downside. This here, guys, all right? This here is screaming to you right now that the end is near of this big volatility we're seeing right now. The end is near. Now, what do I mean by the end is near? If we go, this is the intraday charts here. And if we go and have a look at, check this out here, okay? And this is one of the things that I think, or that I know, that if we go and have a look at this here. So if we go have a look at this, actually I'll bring up this time frame here, okay? And as you can see that this is obviously the SLV price. Let me go to, actually I'll go back to this time frame here. And we'll be able to see if my software just works for me. We'll be able to, there we go. Okay, cool, right? So let me bring this chart up here. Let me bring up, and I'll go to this one right here, right? So we can see how that this SIL chart has been just completely really nice move all the way, or the silver chart, SLV chart, had a really nice move to the upside as well, right? Same for, this is obviously the weekly chart here. This is the SLV, and then we also can go check out the GLD price, right? So check out the GLD price, and the same for the GLD. If we actually look at the daily charts here, you can see we had a bit of a short-term little drop here. I don't believe the end is like right now. I think we have a little bit more upside coming, but the end is definitely near out of these markets. And now what that simply means is that while we may have just one more little push to the upside out of this bull leg, the end is near and a big correction is just around the corner. And this little short-term little movement today was definitely a warning sign of what's to come. And please, please, please do not be greedy, right? If you are holding shorter term movements like options or futures right now, again, especially if you're holding like, especially futures, right? Again, this is the gold future price here. If you are short-term trading futures markets, even the silver market today, you would have done a nugget in your pants seeing this movement here, right? Check out that. Oh my goodness, silver fall off a cliff, right? And that to me is also a warning sign of what's to come. We are getting, the end is near for this movement here. Now, remember traders, there is different phases in the markets that these markets go through. And depending on what depending on what time frame you're looking at, you must put in the context of what's happening here. Okay? So yes, we could see this move here. Actually, if I go back to the gold chart, gold is definitely having a breakout here. And so while gold's having a breakout, I say the end is near, but the end is near for the cooling off period to come. Because as you can see, every market, even gold, will go through what's called these phases. And I call these phases the energy phases because the market works like an energy field, right? So the market, and especially if we're in a trending movement, like a trending phase, either up or down, we go through these what's called energy phases. And so even when I'm looking at a daily chart, when the market goes up for a while, the market is using a lot of energy, like they're buying it up. And eventually we're using the energy, right? They're buying it up, or you're using the energy, and then suddenly the market needs a bit of a resting phase. So then the market will go sideways for a while. Then it will rest, and then it will go back up to energy, and then it'll have a bit of a pullback, energy building. Then it goes back up through here. It goes through an energy using phase, and after a while, if it's going up and up and up and up, it's going to run out of energy, right? Then it needs to go through one of these phases again, which is an energy building phase. These phases through here come all the time. Even in a very big bull phase in the markets, the market does eventually go through one of these phases, which causes energy building phase, because the market gets tired. And so these phases are either sideways, or we get these corrections, or these sideways phases. These what's called energy using is when the market's moving in that direction. This could also be in a bear market as well too. But the market always goes through these phases. And now you can see after an energy building phase, we built enough energy. And now what? And now we're getting ready to go again. This is very, very, very clear on the weekly chart. Look at this here. So I'm always looking at, especially when we're in trending environments here, I'm always looking at the market as in energy phases. And therefore, we go through an energy using phase. These movements in the strong direction are what? Energy using, because the market's moving in that direction. But after a period, guess what? We're going to run out of energy. We need a bit of a rest, right? Then we go through what? We go through one of these phases here, And then as you can see, market goes up, and then we go through another what? Energy building phase. Because we run out of energy, we need to build of energy. And after it's built some energy, this one here was about 4 months of building, then we get going again. Right, so now we're in what? Now we're in one of those what? Energy using phase. And the energy using phase has been roughly now, what's this here? Breaking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're on 6 weeks now of a breaking of an energy using phase. So while we may still have a little bit more push to the upside, maybe another 1 or 2 weeks to the upside, maybe. You do know, right, we're getting towards the end of another one of these, what's called energy using phase. And inevitably what's going to come very soon is another one of these guys. Now, this is where it gets really cool here, okay? So as I said, as you saw there, you can see this is what markets do. Even the silver price did this, right? But silver's been a lot more volatile, actually, compared to it all. Right, so this is the silver price. And as you can see, now this is when the market's trending. When the market's just going sideways, there is no energy building phase. It's just going sideways. When we break out though, we go sideways, little breakout, goes sideways, And now we're having this breakout here. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, if you think about this, every single time frame also does the same thing. So if I bring up the monthly charts, you can see the monthly chart also does the exact same thing as well too. So let's bring up the monthly chart of silver, and you can see this is what the markets do, right? If we bring up the GLD, as you can see that this is what the markets do. Even going back before this here, we go through these We go through these swings, these phases here. We go through an up and then a sideways and up and a sideways, go up, we break this high, we go up for a while, then we end up going sideways, break down, we have a big move up for a while, we have a bit of a pullback. See what I'm saying? Like these markets definitely go through these phases here. And so while I say the end is near, is look where we are right now. We have just gone through an extraordinary, what's called energy using phase. And there will 100% certainty, yes, I said that, 100% certainty there will be an energy building phase coming. And the energy building phase is what? Either this guy through here, or we could even get a retracement of what? The low to high, that's a 50% retracement roughly through there. So we can actually get a 50% retracement. This here move up, slight move up, and then there's very big move to the upside. It's gone parabolic now. And the market is what? This short-term little fluctuation we saw today is a bit of a warning sign that, hey. The market's giving you a warning sign. Hey, if you want to be greedy, you want to trade with your ego right now, then guess what? Then you know what's coming, right? So if you understand what I just said there, this is how... that first link in the description there, guys, that's an actual a link to a video that I created just recently, walking you through my trading system. And this is what's actually helped me be so successful in the markets, is one of them anyway, is just understanding these phases, right? And that simply means when we've gone through these phases, especially like here, when you know you've gone through a big, extraordinary quality move, especially over 2 years of what's called an energy using phase, there's going to come a time where we've actually built energy. Now, think about what I just said here, okay? How could you utilize the information that I just shared with you to help you identify really good potential moves coming real soon? Why did this have such a big move here? Remember, the market's like energy, right? So for the market to have an extraordinary quality move for a couple of years, it means it's already built up a lot of energy to release that energy. Because market's like energy, right? So as you can see here, the reason why gold had such a big move, and this is just not gold, guys, this is a lot of different markets. This is how the markets work, is the markets work in an energy phase. So if the market's gone sideways here for 3 years, that's what's called built up a lot of energy. See what I'm saying here? And so therefore, when the market builds up a lot of energy in the markets over 3 years here, when we break, we're likely to go through a strong bull phase, which is then stair-stepping phase, for 6, 12 months, in this case, a couple of year period. It's a very big bullish phase. Makes sense? So this is where, if you're looking for the next big opportunity, no, it's not gold up here. Why? Because you just know the phases these markets go through. And you know we're going to go through another one of these phases soon. And what that simply means is that, yes, one of these phases simply means we can actually get a high to low, that there was a 20% drop from the high to low. Even though we went overall sideways here, we still end up getting what? Low to high. We still end up getting a 50% retracement to the moving average, and we bounce. But every single vertical move, and the market is giving us warning signs right now, guys. Please listen to me here, okay? I have nothing to gain here, apart from you wanting to join the greatest coaching program on the planet, which is mine, right? Where I'm with you every single day. And that, by the way, that second link in the description is a link to the coaching program that I have. And the coaching program is that you're with me every day for an hour. And I'm personally coaching. It's as a small group of 10 to 15 people. You're with me for a whole year. And I'm coaching and guiding you through this whole process. If you are struggling right now, you need some help, hey, book a call. You'll be talking with me personally. We'll have a good chat, and then we can actually go from there. And I may or may not be able to help you there. But as you can see here, if you understand the phases we're going in, or that the market goes in, it goes through these different phases. It goes, and This is called price and time. I learned this from W.D. Gann. And price and time, this is how markets work, right? So if you understand this is the truth of the markets, we can listen to the market. It's like, okay, we know what phase we're in right now. And so therefore we know that because we've been in this really big extended phase through here, which is called a price phase. And a price phase is when the market's moving in that direction, you know what's coming really soon. Now, when I say soon, over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, next couple of months, right? You do know that there's going to be a time where this bull phase ends, and then we inevitably what? Just like the weekly charts, we inevitably go through one of these phases, and therefore we go through up for a few months and then sideways for 2 or 3 months. Up. See, this is what the markets do, right? They don't just go straight up, 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 up. Even through here, we continue up through here. Guess what's coming soon? So you see what I'm saying here? So when you start to understand what I just said there, forget the moving average here. Just look at the phases these markets go through. That tells you the worst time to get involved with something is after it's already done this. Because when it's done that, guess what? You know what's coming. And what is that? Then the market breaks down. This reminds me so much, though, that what I'm teaching you here reminds me so much of Barber. Why? Because if I go back to Barber here for a minute, let me actually I'll bring up Barber here. Look at this here. Barber's having a big move now, but why? Look at this. And all markets do this, guys, okay? All markets do this. And this is why I'm saying, like, I'm giving you a warning sign right now. If you are holding on right now and hoping for the moon to come, unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of dirt real soon, okay? And just don't be greedy. Don't trade with your ego here. The market is screaming warning signs. And no, that is not clickbait. Because look at this here. Big move up for a while. Big move up for a while. Why did we correct? Why was this not the start of a really big move? Because we already had such a big move. Why are we getting such a big move right now out of Barber? Oh, because look at all that sideways phase through there. April, May, June, July, August, September. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. This has had 6 months of doing nothing. 6 months of doing nothing. It's built a lot of energy. Therefore, guess what? It's ready to start to have a good move. See what I'm saying here? So the best types of trades, if you're looking for the next big move, which by the way, with everything that's happening right now, I honestly believe the next big move is the bond market, right? Is like the TMF market, right? TMF TLT market. This market here, right? I believe we're getting ready for more upside here. Same for this one. Let me bring up this one here. And I believe, actually, let me go to this chart here. Let me bring on TMF. This is the one that I like, or I'm actually involved with myself. This is TMF, right? And as you can see, this is now bottoming out. And I believe, looking at the markets here, I believe TMF, once it actually breaks this trend line, we're probably likely to go for a big move. So the bond market all this time is probably the one that I'm really liking. But I hope you can see what I'm saying there. So if you understand what I just said there, and you know this is what markets do, right? And even if you bring up the monthly charts and you bring on everything, look at the GDX. It's common sense what you know it's coming, right? It's actually common sense because this is what markets do. And so this, because it's just one simple technique. And this technique here is what? Firstly, it's to help you say, listen, don't get involved with this right now. Because half the time for me as a coach for you is what? Stopping you from getting into bad trades. There's been so many times, I guarantee there's been so many times where you've gone long the market and it's gone against you really quickly. Why? Because I guarantee you're getting in after it's already made a really big move. And after it's already made a big move, you're too late. We're going to go through another one of these phases. This is the GDX. You know what's coming soon, right? This is the SIL. Look at this here. What is coming soon? Just like all markets. We've gone up through here, up, up. There, right? So you know what's coming soon, right? We're getting towards the end of this move. And you do know there's going to be another one of these coming. And unfortunately, people that are loading up, especially leverage, and they're trading, especially shorter term options, guys, you are just going to get your face ripped off. Absolutely face ripped off. And so if you're looking for those markets that's likely to have the next big move, what should you do? Oh, remember I said about gold here, right? Remember I said about gold? Gold had a big move because it had 3 years of doing nothing. And then we broke to new highs. So what markets are doing that right now? Well, if you're looking for the next big move, one, I think is the bond market over the next 12 months. But just looking at the actual market itself, well, we look for that pattern. We look for the market doing nothing for 3 years. And then when it breaks, that's why I like myself, and I'm still watching it. I'm not in it right now because it hasn't confirmed yet. But I like XLE. Why? Because it's giving me the pattern. You know what the biggest problem though is? Like, I'm just sharing with you one simple trading pattern, and then your little smart brain is going to say, but John, I don't think oil's going to go up. So therefore, energy sector is not going to go up. What? I didn't say anything about oil. I'm talking about XLE. See what I'm saying here? The chart gives me the chart pattern, and that's the end of the story. Not correlating trades or anything like that. Why? Because when we get a long extended period of sideways movement like this for 3 years, just like gold did, then we can break up. Because you know what? Let's go back to gold here. Were you back here in 2023 looking at gold and saying, gold's going to go through a really big move soon? Probably not, right? What are most of you guys doing? You guys have only started looking at it the last 6 months because it's already made big moves. Most of you guys, right? And because you think, oh, gold's going up because of the debt bubble and it's going to explode and it's the end of the game and oh my goodness, that's all over and the dollar's going to crash. Story, like, you can't trade on story, guys. See what I'm saying here? So my job as a coach is like, I want to give you things that is going to give you a high probability of having a success in the markets long term for the next 50 years of your life. And that's right, even you guys that are 50, in your 50s, you still got 50 years left of your life go. Let's go, baby, right? So if you're looking for stocks, if you look at things that's likely to make big moves, that's where stocks like, it's just really simple, right? XOM. What's XOM doing? Just sideways. Now again, I'm not in XLE or NXOM. I'm not in it right now because you never know what's going to happen here, right? And what I mean by that is that this can actually go down. I'm not saying it's definitely going to go up. What I am saying, it's set up to go up. What I am saying is that if we do hold here of this next monthly charts and we do this month, and we start to get a breakout here, that breakout there with this moving average, guess what? Up, sideways, which is what? My infamous L-shaped trading pattern. You guys make it too complicated, right? I know, like traders, the L-shaped trading pattern is the number one trading pattern on the planet. And it's so simple. What does that mean? The market goes up for a while and then we go sideways. What does sideways mean though? Sideways means up and then it just does this here. It just overall goes sideways. It's like the L-shaped trading pattern. Why did gold go up just recently? It's actually not that difficult, right? Look at this here. And you guys know this, you've been watching me, right? You guys know this. It's actually not that difficult. Here, we had the, what? Say it with me. The L shape, or the upside down L-shaped trade pattern, right? Look, up, sideways. Now, when you have that there on the weekly chart and you have a strong 24 and up, sideways, upside down L-shaped trading pattern with a strong moving average, there's a high probability we're going to see another move here. How big the move is, we don't know, but I'm giving you something that is massive high probability. And notice what's on my chart now. Nothing but one moving average and one simple chart pattern. And that's a massive high probability of giving you a successful trade. Do that for the rest of your life and now you're going to be part of the 1%. But if you then start to create a lot of story of why gold's going to 10,000 right now, then I can't help you based off that. Because that's a story. You may be right, you may be wrong. You can't trade like that next year and the year after and hoping you're going to do really well based off a story. I need a repetitive pattern that works most of the time. That's the cornerstone of a good business plan, right? So we can see that through there. And so that's where, again, guys, for me personally, if I'm looking for those next markets that's potentially likely to have that next big move over a couple of year period, so at least 6 to 12 months of a strong move, well then they come off the back of what? They come off the back of that sideways movement from there. Right? And look at this here. Gold go up. And a bit of FYI, I know this sounds pretty simple, but up, see the L-shaped pattern? Up, there's another L-shaped pattern there. What happened every time I got the L-shaped trading pattern? We end up what? We end up after the L shape, we end up having a nice move up. L shape. Now that doesn't look like much, but what is this? If you guys are looking for good trading opportunities to get in and get out and hold for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, it is so simple and so powerful. I know this sounds simple. Again, guys, that first link in the description is a link to my video that I'm going to give you, and I'm going to teach you all the different details to my system. And again, this is the reason why my personal trading, guys, and the reason why my coaching clients are absolutely just crushing it right now, and they are part of the 1%. Again, you can apply for that to be with me every day. That second link description is because I keep it simple and I use high probability, powerful trading patterns, and that's what I use to rely on to know that I can do well next year. If you're creating a story right now around these markets about getting ahead, you cannot tell me right now that what you're utilizing right now is going to help you next year to make money. Because you're creating a story right now is for the now. What are you doing to build a solid foundation of confidence to say you can use this pattern for the rest of your life? Because guess what? It just keeps working. And this L-shaped trading pattern works on all markets, including the monthly charts, right? Including the monthly charts. And so that's the reason why, if you look at this here, right? And I know this sounds pretty crazy, guys. But let me show you this here, right? I want to bring on a logarithmic chart. It's all the same thing, guys, at the end of the day, right? Remember I said before, this is a logarithmic chart, and I'm using one moving average. Look, one moving average, logarithmic chart, okay? With me so far? Cool. And now what did I say before? If you're looking for a powerful move that's likely to last a while, firstly, let's look at a monthly chart for the pattern, right? And then, because if you look at a monthly chart, therefore it's going to give you a lot more longer move. If you look at a daily chart, weekly chart, you might get maybe 2 to maybe 6, 8 weeks out of it. You know what I mean? Like that type of move. But because it's a monthly chart, and depending on the sideways movement, if we go up for a while and then we overall, this is not exactly, but an overall sideways for 3 years, when we do break out, that says we're likely to be starting a real nice big bull phase for a while, which we have been, and so on and so forth. See that through there? Now let me show you some examples. AXP. This is where, guys, I love this stuff so much, right? I love it so much, right? You see it now. Do you see it? What is that? Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this here. It actually just hit the target there. What is this here? Oh, it's the what? Say it with me. See how we just went sideways here? Look at all this sideways. From here to here. Look at all that sideways there. What is that? How long is that sideways? Look at this here. From that there to that there is what? 2.5 years. Almost, basically 3 years before the breakout. Now, why did XRP go up? AXP go up? You don't need to know why. You just say, okay, when this pattern appears, it has a massive probability of moving that direction. I gave you an example on gold just a while ago. I shared with you, like gold, obviously on the weekly charts of the L-shaped trading pattern. I'm trying to share with you why these powerful patterns work again and again and again and again. So you don't need to know why or fundamentals or any of that crap. Because when I see this here, there's a high probability what? Ever since we broke out, that's been almost 2 years now of a nice big bull phase. And what is this at the end of the day? It's up, it's sideways, and there's the moving average. Remember I said before, when you get that, it's a high probability. Goldman Sachs did the exact same thing. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. See, that's all the same thing. You don't need to make it up, guys. What is this? Up, and then we overall went sideways here. Now, again, sideways simply means it just went like that. We didn't have any move up from there, right? Look at the moving average. That was what? 3 years. Why has Goldman Sachs been having a real nice big bull phase for the last 1.5 to 2 years? Because it just spent 3 years going sideways. Now, that pattern there is what? The gold market. The gold market did the exact same thing. Ha ha! Look. Well, I just got Fibonacci and stuff on me. This is where, guys, I'm telling you right now, once you understand this, again, guys, this is where like my coaching is so successful, because I'll give you stuff that's so powerful to help you identify this stuff. My coaching clients are going, look, it's all the same thing, right, guys? Up, sideways, up. See what I'm saying here? So, I don't have a theory opinion when I see... Oh, I'm laughing at this because it's just so cool. When I see a market that gives me the exact same trading pattern, I don't question it. The market's talking to me. Mr. Market is right. And but John, I'm not sure about oil. I'm not talking about oil here. I'm talking about XLE only. XLE is giving me the chart pattern. That's all you need to know. Stop complicating it. Of any of these markets, that pattern that you saw on gold that I shared with you a minute ago on gold, here. Did you say back here, well, the dollar's got to collapse soon, so I'm going to go, gold's got to break out and go for a big move? Oh, that's it. The debt bubble's going to explode, and that's it. It's the end of the game. Gold's going to go for a big move. Like, do you see what I'm saying here, right? No, you didn't say that back then. You're saying it now. So what I'm saying is that, all I'm saying, guys, is for you guys that are looking for good opportunities, even for opportunities that could last, a couple of months, even into 6 to 12 months, sometimes a couple of years, then these patterns repeat and they repeat and they repeat and they repeat and they repeat. And guess what's so amazing about this? It's a chart pattern with one moving average. That's it. There is no inflation. There is no data. There is no economic report. There's no commitment traders report. Central banks, story. I can't trade on story. I need something to give me a hand on. It's like, cool. Because when I see this pattern in 12 months, in 2 years, and in 5 years now, because the market continues to do the same thing over and over again, I do know there's a big move coming. Just like Goldman Sachs. Why did Goldman Sachs have a big breakout? Oh, well, because, the interest rates went down and stop it. See what I'm saying here? That's if you actually want to get ahead in the markets, right? But the big problem that I see with a lot of traders is what? What's the big problem here? The big problem is this. Next year, you're going to start the year off flat, and you're going to be like, I hope this is going to be a good year. I don't hope. I know. Why? Because I wait for these patterns, and they appear, right? So when I look at things like XLE, when I look at things like the stock here, all right, XOM. Now, we're not there yet, right? But when XOM is giving you the exact same trading pattern that I just walked you through a minute ago, and it's giving you that pattern, don't question it. Now, I'm not in now. What I'm saying is that if we start to break above here and we do that, especially above that 130 level, well, there's a high probability, no guarantees, that we're likely to be starting what phase? A nice, good, bullish phase for a while. So therefore, the energy sector could be going up for a while. Now, not now, right? Not now. When people hear me say that, and I'm seeing some people do it already. People are already buying this market. You're too early. Way too early. You know why? Because that can easily happen here. We need to wait for confirmation. I've got the L-shaped trading pattern. Check. Confirmation. I need to see it break up first. That gives me the confirmation that we're now likely to see this. This could just be a false breakout and we go down here. And by the way, there's another stock out there that I'm watching right now. Do you see how amazing this is? I'm talking about one simple trading pattern. One simple trading pattern that produces a really nice, powerful move. And it works again and again and again and again. Right? Even like for my SIL trade, right? I was in SIL recently. Why did I stay in it for? I don't make this stuff up, guys. Right? Why did I stay in this here? Look at this. What is that? Hey, there we go. What is this through here, guys? Look at that. What's that? The sideways. Oh, what's this? Up, sideways, L-shape, strong moving average. Why did we have a nice move to the upside? I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying here, guys? Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. You think it needs to be complicated. I guarantee you guys have got the indicators and the stochastics and the MACDs and the RSIs and the Bollinger Bands and then you look at the commitment traders report and the inflation data and and then on top of that you're overlaying some story and you wonder why you're confused. Actually, no. Some of you guys, or a lot of you guys right now are legends because you've been holding this big bull market. What's the title of this video, guys? Flash of warning signs, right? But I'm trying to share with you, instead of chasing something that's already made a nice move, which I talked about at the start of this video, how the markets go, after a good period of energy using phase, the market's going to run out of energy. Gold, what's coming soon, right? It's actually common sense, what's coming, all right? My purpose of this video is one to tell you and teach you about what works in the markets and how this works so you know what's coming, so you're not surprised. Oh my goodness, I didn't see this drop coming, because you know this is what the markets do. And also, secondly, I'm trying to share with you, if you're looking for the next big move, just focus on the pattern. None of this fundamental crap. Who gives a crap, right? So therefore, XLE, XOM. And look at this here. What's this stock here? Oh, what's this stock here? Oh, actually, I'll bring up this stock. Say it with me. John, that's the pattern there. See what I'm saying here? I don't care about the company. I have no idea about the company. I have no idea about the fundamentals of this company. I do know that the people, the big boys who are moving this market around, they're telling me a story right now. And the story is this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if we start to break above 180, this 3 year sideways could turn into a 6 to 12 month, maybe a couple of year bull market. Now, not yet, right? Not yet. We never want to jump the gun, right? Because just like gold, let's go back to the good old gold chart here. Guess what? As you can see here, right? It wasn't until gold broke out right there that it gave you the confirmation that now, yes, okay, it's not going to be a move down. We're breaking out. We're now likely to move up. See what I'm saying here? So now the big problem with a lot of you traders is that because you're so short-term focused, you're going to miss this, because this now may take another 6 months to finally complete. But what I'm talking about here is not a trade that lasts a week. I'm talking about a big move that's likely to last 6 to 12 months. Imagine options with that now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Do you see what I'm saying here? This is the reason why, and this is the big thing that changed my trading. I'm not looking for a lot of small profit trades. I'm looking for something like this that I can ride, that I can make hundreds and hundreds and 100% return over a good 3 to 6 months. And from that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's how you can actually absolutely crush it. And that's how you can actually see some really nice movement in the markets from there. And this goes for all markets, guys. All markets out there, right? Let me bring on the weekly charts. Let's go to the actual stock market here. All right, actually, you know what? I'll just bring on a blank chart just to make it really simple, much easier for you guys. Really simple, really easy. Look at this chart here and just look at what the market does. Look what market do. Look at all market do, so you know what's happening and so you know what's going to come soon. And it's actually not that complicated, because guess what? After a big move up for a while, and even through here, we had these corrections here. There's inevitably going to come what? And there's a down phase, and then there's an up phase, and then there's a down phase, then an up phase, then there's a down phase, then an up phase, and we make an up phase, and then there's a down phase. Because that's what corrections are important. That's what market do. Market do corrections. But you know what a correction is, right? What is a correction? A correction is making the trend, by the way. Making the trend. What does that mean? Well, if the market goes up for a while, like I'll bring up, for example, I'll bring up the gold chart again. Because everyone loves the gold market right now. Let's go to this here. This is why, guys, I love this stuff so much, okay? And if I go to this market here, think about what I just said there. This is the gold market here. But what do market do? What do market do? There we go, right? Market goes up, it breaks up, it breaks up, it breaks up. Now, market come down through here, but what is that? Market come up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The market's making the trend. So just because the market go down, yes, the market's going to go down. Corrections happen. Why does correction happen? Because that's how a trend is formed. You know a trend is higher lows and higher highs, right? Yeah, no, duh, John, tell me something. Okay, well, if you know that, up, down, up, down, up. For a higher low to confirm, we need a down period to then confirm the higher low, and then away we go again. And then we get to a point where we come down for a bit. It has to come down to then make the higher low, because that's what a big bull market is. FYI, this is what even the weekly chart did, right? It went up, it went down to create the higher low, and up and down to create the higher low, and up and down to create the higher low, and up, and this one just went sideways to create the higher low. Now we're going up, up, up. Then we're probably going to get something like that, and then it's going to be the end, and we're going to do something like that and come down here, and then something like that. Right? That's what I see happen next year. So if you see this here, right, guys, you see all these markets here. That's all this is doing here. It's nothing new. It's nothing, it's not like, it's actually quite common sense when you look at these markets and how they work overall. So you see what's coming, right? You see what's happening here. And you do know, and this is where every single market that goes this vertical here, you know what's coming. There's something big that's going to come out of these markets, guys. They're going to shake the hell out of these markets. And people are going to be caught off surprised. But it's actually not that difficult. Market never just goes straight up. Show me a market that does that. Oh, John, silver did that back in the, 70s. Like, did you see the 70s, John? Like, see what happened there? Well, okay, cool. All right, let's go back to there. Guys, I'm just trying to help you guys out, okay? I'm just trying to help you, but also I'm trying to help you guys out. The reason why my coaching is so successful and the reason why I'm so successful as a trader is because I just focus on the stuff that actually does matter. And all the, you know yourself, right? All these stories and everything you come up with, it's a made up thing, right? And yes, we go vertical. But what's happened every single time we've had a big vertical move in silver? Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've gone up and we've come down big time. We went up and we got absolutely hammered. We're going up right now. It's screaming. But John, the top's not in yet. You may be right. It's going to 50. It's going to 52. Then it does a bit of a nugget on your pants. Right? Nugget on your pants. And I'm going to finish off with this. And for my 1% group, you guys are going to laugh at this, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, let's go back to here. Right, and let me show you this here. I'm going to bring up the S&P 500 charts. And this is why I love this so much, guys, right? Let's go back to here. Look at this here, right? This is look at this bull market. It's going to the moon, right? It's going to the moon. Look at the thing. It's just, here we go. And this is a monthly chart, by the way. The top's not in. It's going to the moon. I told you there. There's another month in. There's another bar. It's going to the moon. Going to the moon. Here we go. It's just a pause. It's just a pause. Yes. I knew I got it right. Those idiots on YouTube who are selling right now, they got out too early. Yes. Look, I'm a legend. I knew I should have held on. And look at the money I'm making. I got it right. You got it wrong. There's another up week. Yes. I am an absolute legend. It's just a bit of a pause. There's more upside to come. Another pause. There we go. I told you. Yes. I got it right. Yes. This is going to the moon. No one's going to stop this going to the moon. Going to the moon, baby. To the moon. To the moon. Here we go. I told you. Nothing's going to stop this train. It's going straight up. Because the market just goes straight up and it never has these pullbacks here. That's right. It's just going straight up. Big vertical move. Everything's going to the moon. This looks so... What does this look like right now? Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to tell you, right? It's going to them up dead. So traders, before you leave today, I want to give you an invite to apply for my John's Inner Circle coaching program. This is my top level coaching program, and this is for only serious people only. This group right now currently is only around 15 people, so it's only a real small group because I'm with you every single week in that small group. This whole group here, this John's Inner Circle, is about giving you exactly what you need to know on how to identify a really good high quality setup, trade management techniques, how I scan the markets, and so much more. Plus also every single week I'm doing live coaching sessions that help you with every single area that goes into becoming a good trader and so much more. So this is only for serious people only. This is my top level coaching program. It's only a real small group. But if you're at the point right now where you are absolutely serious about becoming disciplined and you really want to make commitment to becoming a good trader, then my Inner Circle may be a good fit for you. If you go to getjohnshelp.com, that's an application form. Go fill that out right now, and you and I will have a good chat on the phone, and I'll see where you're at, and you'll be able to see more about the actual coaching program. And if we're a good fit, then maybe we can move together from there. But if you're real serious about this and you really want to take this to a whole brand new level, and you want to be more than 95% of traders lose money in the markets, and if you finally want to start to crack into the top 5%, and even the top 1%, then this may be a good fit for you. So go to getjohnshelp.com right now. Apply for that. It's only for the first 10 people only. And I look forward to speaking to you on the phone real soon.